They say getting older means getting weaker. That legs stiffen, steps slow, and stairs become a signal to sit. But what if that's not decline? What if it's your body quietly asking, will you help me carry you, or will you just expect me to keep up? If you're over 60, you've probably noticed it. The pause before the step, the negotiation with the stairs, the slow rise from the sofa. Not painful, just different. You're not broken, but something's shifted, and it didn't happen all at once. Maybe you thought it was just age, but what if it was actually something you stopped giving your legs? Not just movement, but meaningful challenge. One, the symptom as memory. It starts small. You pause a little longer before standing. You shift your weight without thinking, favoring one side. You hold onto the railing even when you tell yourself you don't need to. And maybe, most days, you just call it being careful. But your body doesn't call it that. It calls it a whisper, a quiet physical way of saying, I miss feeling trusted. That moment when tying your shoes feels awkward, that hesitation before stepping over the curb. They're not just signs of weakness, they're stored memories surfacing as sensation. Because your legs aren't just muscles, they're storytellers. They remember. They remember how steady you once felt on gravel roads and grocery store tile. They remember how you used to carry more than your weight. Bags, babies, burdens, dreams. What you're feeling now isn't failure. It's what gets revealed when the body goes too long without being asked to be part of your strength story. And no, it's not too late. The way your joints creak isn't permanent. The shift in your gait isn't fixed. They are pages offered back to you by a body that's asking for reconnection, not rescue. Because strength isn't something you rebuild through punishment. It returns through rhythm, through small, sacred repetitions that say, I still need you, I still believe in you. Try standing and sitting 5 times from your chair, not for reps, but as a conversation with your thighs. Hold the counter with one hand and close your eyes for 10 seconds, not as a test, but as a moment of remembrance. You don't need to do more. You just need to do it with meaning. Because the body never forgets how to get stronger. It only waits for the moment you stop treating fatigue as fate and start treating movement as memory returned. 2. The body speaks. Most people think, if I keep walking, I'm doing enough. If I stay active, I'll stay strong. But your muscles don't measure activity. They measure resistance. They remember effort, not just movement. And that's where the truth quietly lives. A study followed older adults for 4 years. Those who lifted heavier weights just twice a week retained almost 90% of their leg strength, while others, doing lighter movement or none at all, kept just over half. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between needing help in the kitchen and cooking for someone else who needs you. It's not about bodybuilding. It's about sending your muscles a message they still understand. You're needed. Stay with me. Because the body doesn't let go for no reason. It lets go when it thinks you've stopped calling on it. But when you pick up something with weight, a gallon of water, a resistance band, or even your own body in a slow sit stand, you're not just lifting, you're communicating. You're saying, I still want to walk through airports. I still want to reach the top shelf. I still want to step into a boat, or dance, or carry a grandchild. These aren't just motions. They're memories in waiting. And your legs, they know how to keep them alive, but they need signal. They need the kind of push that feels like purpose, not punishment. So, start with 10 seconds of something heavier than usual, enough to feel like work, enough to feel real. And know this, every time you lift against gravity, your body doesn't just get stronger. It remembers that you're not done yet. And that's what builds more than strength. That builds trust. 3. Identity remirroring. You didn't grow weak. You grew compliant. Compliant with voices that told you to be careful, to slow down, to sit instead of reach, to let others lift, carry, strain, because you've earned your rest, and you believe them. Not because you were passive, but because you were kind, because you didn't want to make trouble, because you were taught that aging meant shrinking, not just in size, but in presence. But inside you is still the person who loaded grocery bags without thinking, the one who walked 3 city blocks just to save a stamp, the one who knew the rhythm of a ladder rung, and the pride of not needing help. that person isn't gone. They're underneath the routines, waiting to be spoken to with movement. Strength doesn't live in youth, it lives in use. And when you move with intention, your body responds. Not like it's old, but like it's been waiting. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, the Japanese physician who worked past 100, didn't climb stairs to challenge time. He climbed them because dignity lives in verticality, and you carry that same vertical dignity. The world may treat you like you've retired from effort, but effort never retired from you. It just needs reintroduction. So, reclaim the motion. Reclaim the self-image. Not by looking back, but by looking in, to the quiet strength that never stopped identifying as capable. You are not someone trying to get stronger. You are someone whose strength has been waiting for a mirror, and today, in every controlled stand, every balanced breath, every quiet "I still can," that mirror becomes clearer. Number 4, mythic test, invitation. Not every comeback begins with sweat. Some begin with a pause, a small, quiet act that says, I still belong inside my own body. So, here's your doorway. Simple, symbolic, strong. Tomorrow morning, as you brush your teeth, stand on one leg. Not to balance perfectly, but to listen. 5 seconds, that's all. And in that moment, feel what shifts. Maybe it's your calf trembling slightly. Maybe it's your breath pausing. Maybe it's the realization that this body, your body, is still very much alive. You're not proving anything. You're practicing presence. The day after, make it 6 seconds, then 7. And by the end of the week, don't be surprised if your posture is speaking louder than your doubts. This isn't about reps or programs. It's about contract renewal between your spirit and your structure. You don't need permission to begin. You need a ritual. So, here's another. Before lunch, sit in your chair, then stand, then sit again, but slower, not for cardio, for conversation with your thighs. Say with every rise, still needed, still capable, still here. Do one hinge at a door frame. Lean forward from your hips, not to stretch, but to awaken. And as you rise, imagine the strength that never left, just waited for your invitation back. You don't need motivation. You need memory activated by movement. Not because you're in danger of decline, but because you're on the edge of return. And this is not a test. It's a threshold. One your body is ready to cross as soon as you stop asking it to earn its place. Maybe you used to walk longer. Maybe you used to carry more. But your legs, they've never stopped showing up. And today, with just a little resistance, a little balance, a little invitation to stay alive, they're responding, not with soreness, but with memory, of who you were, of who you still are, of the life you still deserve to walk into. Your legs don't carry your weight, they carry your freedom. If you'll try even one of these gentle rituals this week, comment, stay strong. Let's build a wall of courage, one leg, one step, one remembered rhythm at a time. Next up, the 3 healthy foods secretly draining your leg strength. Hint, your cereal bowl may not be your friend.